What's up, guys? Christian here, and I'm here to do a reading for the sign of Virgo for the remainder of September, September 15th through 30th. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. I hope that you guys are doing well and great and living your best life. And if you're not, hopefully this message can move you towards that, okay? Now, keep in mind that all readings can't possibly work for every single Virgo, so take what resonates and leave behind what does not. And also be sure to check out the reading for your rising sign as well as your moon sign. You may find messages there. Now, I am available, for private readings, and the information will be down in the description as well as how to donate to my channel. Okay, and I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk, so we're going to hop right in. What's going on with the sign of Virgo, Spirit? Let's see. First, we're going to pull from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And we're going to see here what energy does Virgo have at this time. Let's do this again. What energy does Virgo have at this time, Spirit? All right, so Virgo, you are definitely, the energy that surrounds you right now is a spider energy. So this is where you're connecting the dots. I think this is where one takes in all the possible ways that they can, they seize every opportunity to be able to be abundant. So this is where you're starting to make connections. You may be putting yourself out there. I feel like this has to do a lot with work and money. So you may be, maybe applying for a job or maybe putting something out on the web. Okay, of course, you know, drum roll. I always make a bad drum roll sound, but the web here, that you're putting yourself out there so that you can be able to receive more abundance. This is you looking for opportunities to be able to catch anything that comes in. So you may be, I got a feeling somebody's looking like for some extra income, like a part-time job or something like that, or maybe you're looking for another job or another career. But this is you thinking about prosperity and you thinking about how you can either work in your purpose, work in your field, or just simply just make a little bit more money. But you're definitely money-minded. And this is you kind of piecing things together and putting yourself in a place so that you can catch all of the blessings when they're coming in. With the spider energy, it kind of feels like there's this, your soul probably is telling you, or your spirit is guiding you to let you know something is coming in big, and you are trying to put yourself in a place to be able to receive it. Now, sometimes this can be a little bit tiring because it's almost like when it's almost like someone says, I'm going to surprise you. And then you don't want them to tell you. You just want them to do it, right? Because when they tell you, then you're going to be looking over your shoulder every 5 seconds to see if it's coming, right? So that's one of the energies here with the spider. That's one of the downsides, that it can kind of make you be a little bit overworked because you're trying to make sure that you don't miss an opportunity. You're going to know, Virgo, when it's for you. You're going to know when the time is right. You know, you're going to know when the call is there. You're going to know when it's time, when it's there, okay? That's kind of the message that I'm getting with this. You're going to know when it's hitting. You're going to know exactly where to be. As long as you listen to yourself, listen to yourself and listen to your gut, you're going to be guided to be right in the exact place in the right time that you need to be in. So I just have this feeling of letting you know that you're in the right place at the right time. Keep on doing what you do, but don't do that Virgo thing that you guys do where you guys overanalyze it, okay? Because I think part of it is like, oh, it's not happening yet. What's wrong with me? That's the first thing. So you go through and you double check everything and you start over from the beginning and you do this unnecessary analysis of yourself and of your situation that doesn't really have to be done. So this is a little of having a little bit more faith that things are going to work out without having to have your hands on as much, because you are you're really connected to source at this time, and you're really connected to abundance, and it's going to come in, and this framework has already been set for you to catch it, even if you don't realize it. Sometimes we don't realize that. Like if I told someone I'm going to say something stupid, like I'm looking for a red balloon, right? And I put out I text in a group text message with all my friends, hey, if anybody sees a red balloon, you know, I need it, right? So then I go on this whole thing of, oh my God, I can't find the red balloon. Oh my God, I'm never going to get it, and it's going to miss it. And then a friend just calls up and say, oh, I found a red balloon. And it's like, oh, you found a red balloon? Yeah, remember you told me to do it? Oh yeah, I did tell you to do it. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting. I know that was like a little example, but it's kind of the energy that I'm getting. It's almost like, don't overdo it. You've already put yourself out there to be able to receive the blessings coming in. So don't double the workload, okay? It's kind of what I have here with the spider spirit. Now next we're going to pull from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, one of my other favorite decks. That's one of my favorite oracle decks, the animal one that we just pulled from. But This is one of my favorites as well. So I got two. Let me see. I see a card flipped over. Well-deserved reward. That's one of the cards that's flipped over. So know that it's coming in. But let me just shuffle these guys a little bit more. All right. Let's see, Seer. Let's see, Seer. What other energies are around Virgo at this time? Joy and stability. So you see that it's coming in. 4 is the number. This is the 4 of Wands. So it's all about a foundation or a structure that you've built to be able to receive blessings or to be able to celebrate it. So it's wanting you. They're wanting you to be in more of a yay, you've done it. And you're like, done what? I don't even see it yet, right? Like, what have I done? There's nothing there. Kind of get that. I kind of get that energy there. And it's like, no, the job for you, what you were supposed to do is create the structure, okay? We'll bring in the rest. You're supposed to create the structure to things. So in anything, in relationships, you set the tone. You set the tone by how you work on yourself, as to what you'll bring in. On this card, this is 1111 on the traditional one. I'm famous for finding the cards to show you guys so you can see how they look. I'm famous for it. I'm famous for it. I'll stop in the middle of the reading and go and find the traditional one because I need for you guys to see how this card looks with this art. And this was one of the first decks that I learned with, so I always revert back to the imagery of these. So this card and this card are the same card, just in different decks. And this is where you're setting the framework to be able to have, this is a card of 1111, to have that match, that perfect vibrational match of a situation come in. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, but it definitely could be. This is where you've done all the work on yourself. Don't go back and redo yourself again because it hasn't shown up yet. You've done everything that you need to do. Enjoy what you've created for yourself. Enjoy the structure that you've made to be able to have this to come in. Because as you're looking at this right here, you see the 4 of Wands. These people are not right there exactly at the arches yet, but this has already been set up for when they get up there. So you see what I'm kind of saying here? It's kind of like you've already set up the structure for blessings and abundance and joy and love to come in. It doesn't have to be necessarily relationships. This could be something to do with money. Remember, I was saying that, but whatever it is, you've already kind of set the tone for that to be able to come into your life, okay? So that's what that joy and stability is all about, okay? They're wanting you to have a little bit more celebration, to celebrate yourself a little bit more, not to be so critical. You know, it's easy for you guys to kind of like pick at yourself when things don't necessarily go right. And I feel that as well. I do the same thing. I go to myself first. And it's the question of why me first? Why am I always the first thing that's wrong in a situation? And sometimes that's a question that you have to kind of ask yourself, you know, why is it that I'm always the first thing that I think is wrong? Anytime something doesn't happen in my time frame of that, what I think, why do I attack myself, you know, in that kind of way? So let's see, Spirit, what else do we have here for Virgo for September 15th through 30th? For when you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. So the thing about the 4 look, once again, the 4 of Ariel is the 4 of Pentacles. So I gotta show it to you again. I don't know why I just don't use these, but these are more like my oracle, the oracle portion of this. So I'm like, let me use these, but then here we go again. I want to show another card because this is you kind of I kind of see you kind of like sitting there waiting on things like trying to hold your stance and trying to wait on it to come, like you're looking for it to come in. And I feel like it's not meant for you to know, otherwise it wouldn't give you this burst, like this surprise. I'm kind of getting that from this card, like, yay, we're there, we did it. If you sit there and you kind of wait on it to come in, okay? And this is yeah, so this is like, in another thing I'm getting here with these, with this is you kind of not spending money. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit something astrologically. Like, you come from the sign of, like, before you was the sign of Leo. Leo doesn't mind having a good time, having a blast, enjoying himself, spending money on himself, being grand, living royally. But then we go to the next sign, which is you, which shows Leo a little bit like, hey, we can save money. We can perfect our crafts. We can be more studious. We can be saving if we didn't do this, or we didn't do that if we didn't do this. So this is a sense of um not hoarding, but what is the word? I want to say, like, being very cautious about the way that you spend, because you're feeling it's not coming from a place of, oh, I'm just saving money. It's coming from a place of, I feel like I'll lack if I do this. And what I think what you're not realizing here is the energy of lack. Once you kind of hold on to things like that, you see how you're holding on to this money, you bring yourself out of the flow of new things coming in, because you're kind of fixated on holding on to it's you're living in an energy of, I'm not going to have if I give. So it keeps you out of the cycle of life, and it kind of keeps this thing from further coming in. Okay, this is to say that you've already built an infrastructure around yourself. You've already built an energy or a structure around yourself that's going to continue to bring in abundance. So there's no need for you to hold on to a certain thing, hold on to a certain job, hold on to extremes in saving or anything like that, just to be able to get it. It's going to come to you no matter what, because I'm saying at 11:11 on this video, because it's already been set in stone. Okay, so that's that there. And then we're going to pull a couple of tarot cards here. All right. Spirit, what messages do we have for good old Virgo here? Just this card. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. And then let's see. Potential challenges. Sorry if the cards aren't straight, guys. I'm so bad with this. I like them to be straight when I see them. Okay. Challenges. Potential challenges here. All right. And conclusion. All right. Clarify the sign. No, clarify the. I want to clarify all of these, actually. All right. Clarify the sign. I'm going to put the sign right there. Yeah. All right. Clarify the tower. It's the moon. Yep. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Up, look, bottom of the deck. Did I mix that? Did I shuffle these? Because this is sure at the bottom of the deck. But anyway, I think I shuffled it. Okay, anyway. Let's see here. So I want to start off with the four of Ariel here. So this is kind of what I was talking about. This fear, because the moon represents our fears, this fear that everything is going to, that if you like, that if you don't hold yourself seated in this one spot, like not moving, that you're going to miss it. You have to kind of let go of that fear, because it keeps you from being in the cycle of moving in life. Okay. It's saying there have been situations in before where you've not received what you've needed, maybe financially or maybe from other people energetically, and justice comes in to make that right. So it's saying, like, you've already paid your dues to the period of your life, or the stage or the phase in your life where you're without, where you don't have, where you don't know where to expect things from, where you have to work extra hard to just get a little. But you have to really start to believe that in yourself, and you have to have this clarity, this clarity of mind. This is coming in as our challenge. This is where we can't accept, where we're having a hard time accepting the reality of where we are now. Things have been are being brought into the light. Things are being shown to you that are true. You're starting to become more your true self and more in your true nature. And a lot of times that can happen. It can be quite an adjustment, right? To be living a more authentic life, to where if you've been in this cycle to where you've known to work and you don't mind and you do it without question. And you're a Virgo, so you're helping people without question, and you're always giving and giving and giving and giving, you know. And then life suddenly changes to this place to where giving doesn't get the job anymore. Now you're in this place where you're more on the receiving end. It kind of takes an adjustment to have to sit down, like to have to not overextend yourself, to have to not overgive. It's an adjustment. Trust me, I totally understand it. But staying fixated, staying right there, if you stay kind of holding on to this fear that you won't, that it's not real, that it's not really happening, because it is, it's truth, it's really happening, then you miss out on the whole journey. Because while all of this great stuff is going on in your life, this great moment and this great change, this liberation, when karma is being restored so that you can have harmony in your finances and in what you give to people, and you can start to see some of that back. If you sit here in this space, away from all the townspeople, on this concrete block, being, you know, cold and stern and hard and fixated, then you take yourself out of the joy of the stability that you have now, knowing that you set up the foundation for abundance to be able to bring its way back into your life and back into your space. Okay, so this is kind of the message that I have for you guys for the remainder of September. Now, what I do want to pull is an energy oracle card as advice, and then we're going to read the spider. And I want to just tell you this: the Four of Coins, the Four of Ariel, which is the Four of Coins, and the Justice. Looking at this right here, when you give, you also receive. And that's it's saying being resistant to the change. So this is the change that's going on. You're starting to receive a lot of the things that you gave back. Every time you gave, you were making a net for yourself to be able to catch it. Okay, so don't get balled up now to where you don't want to. Yeah, you want to you want to get out the game now. No, you're just about to. You're in a position to be able to win. You've actually already won because of all you've done. That's what Justice is here saying. Hey, it's time. It's time for you to get what you've done for everyone else. Now everything's coming to the light. The truth is coming out. It's your time to shine. But you have to take on this new perspective, and you have to look at things in a new way and use this as an opportunity to see what's coming ahead for you, instead of staying fixated in that spot out of fear of, you know, of moving beyond expecting people to give to you that can never be able to do it, and opening yourself up to the possibility that it'll come in if you let those things go. It may not come right at the moment that you think, but it wants to give you this great surprise. So just let life kind of do that for you. All right, why am I shuffling this way? Let me see. Spirit, what messages do we have? What pieces of advice do we have for Virgo at this time for the remainder of September 15th through the 30th? The sun. I can't make that up. Don't you just love tarot? Don't you love cards? I love cards because it's stuff like that happens all the time. So I'm not gonna even interpret that. I'm just gonna go ahead and read it because the sun is out now. If there's been this moment of confusion, you know, you've been trying to sit here to avoid devastation in your life. You've been in this fear of everything falling apart. If you just enjoy yourself, why does it feel so bad for you to feel good? If you just enjoy yourself for 5 minutes, then everything is going to fall apart. So I have to be hard on myself. I have to go hard. I have to do this. I have to save. I can't enjoy myself. I can't go on that trip. I can't buy that shirt. I can't do this. All of this can't, right? And it just takes you away from the joy that is like the sun, which is the card, one of the cards that represents Leo, you know? So this is you getting back in that. And then even looking at this, the joy and stability, what does that look like? A sun. So you have this theme of the sun, things being brought into the light, but also this time of celebration, this time of joy, this time of happiness and enthusiasm, okay? So we have to kind of come out of this state to get there. And I'll read the sun for you. New beginnings and great creativity. The sun brings blessings to the earth, and this card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for new beginning, the onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a time of great creativity, bringing the culmination of an important new project, such as the birth of a baby, or writing or publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now is the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize the light of divine love pouring into your heart and mind like the rays of the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, and abundant blessings. See the future you want to create and know the sun is shining on your intentions now. Okay, so that is kind of what I got there with that. And I want to read the spider card. Let's see here. Let's read the spider to you. What's the spider? Spider is an earth. It's one of the earth cards. All right. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. Okay, when in balance, it says appreciative, enthusiastic. Okay, remember I just said that word here, prosperous. When out of balance, it's discouraged and it's tired. Okay, and then it's forlorn. It says to bring into balance playful creativity. So yeah, this is where you need to kind of come off of a little bit of the it has to be this way. I gotta do this. And into a little bit more like let me relax and enjoy myself. Let me go get out in the sun. You may need a lot of sunlight. The sun actually activates us, activates our DNA. So, and it heals us too. So maybe you need to get out in the sun because you got the spider card. You've been in the dark doing all of this work, all this magical work, but in the dark. You got the moon card right here. This has been a lot of shadow work you've been working on to be able to come to this place. You've got through a lot. So this is that time of the light coming back on. Boom, boom, it's game time, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and what else? Oh, let me know if it resonates down below. And I will talk to you guys later, Virgo. Have a great rest of your month. I'll be back in, October? All right.